Yes. So now recording has started. Yes, now we are going to see residential status. See now on your screen. What do you mean by residential status? So residential status means number of days SSC stayed in India in the previous year. So very simple. Residential status means how many number of days SSC has stayed in India in previous year, known as residential status. So now you know the meaning of SSC, right? Who is SSC? Can you tell me who is SSC? Very fastly you tell me who is SSC? SSC. Yes. Who
who
is
pays
SSC?
who pays tax.
Pays tax or who is chargeable under Income Tax Act is known as SSC. So now you know the meaning of SSC. So now what do you mean by residential status? Residential status means a tax liability, determination of tax liability on the basis of his residence in India in previous year, known as residential status. So what are the types of residential status we are having? Mainly two types of residential status we are having: resident and non-resident. So resident means who? Now, who is a resident? Can you tell me who is a resident? Yes. Can you tell me who is a resident? Suraksha, Shravya, who is a resident? Who is a resident? Yes, you can answer. Who is a resident? Yes. Comment in the chat box. Suraksha, Shravya, who is a resident? See, resident means the person who is stayed in India. Resident means whom? Residents means a person who is stayed in India in a previous year, or person who is an Indian citizen. Person who is an Indian citizen is a resident, isn't it? Person who is an Indian citizen is a resident. So now you know who is the resident. What do you mean by non-resident? What do you mean by non-resident? The person who is not staying in India. The person who is not staying in India is a non-resident. First one is resident, person staying in India. Second one is non-resident, person who is not staying in India is known as non-resident. So basically two types you see: residential status, resident and non-resident. R and NR, mainly two types. And now under resident, again there are two types. Now under resident there are two types. So one is ordinarily resident and one more is not ordinarily resident. One is ordinarily resident and one more is not ordinarily resident. Who is an ordinary resident? That we need to see. There are certain rules for ordinary resident. Who is not ordinary resident? One who has not satisfied the conditions of ordinary resident becomes not ordinary resident. So that and all we need to see now. So first you are going to see the rule now. First you are going to see the rule. See the rule for individual. Very important. This is very important question for 8 marks. 8 mark theory question comes. Explain the residential status of individual SSE. Explain the residential status rules of individual SSE. That we need to discuss now. So see this individual. So what do you mean by individual? Individual means any person. Any person here can be treated as individual. So now you see first one. Section 6 clause 1 lays down that if individual SSE fulfills any one of the following two conditions, he is said to be resident in India in the relevant previous year. So what do you mean by this? So here SSE or individual must satisfy any one of the two basic conditions. What are the basic conditions? Basic conditions are mentioned under section 6 clause 1 of Income Tax Act. So basic conditions are mentioned under 6 clause 1 of the Income Tax Act that we are now going to see. Just you see this. So now any one of the following conditions. First condition is he has been there in India in that year for a period or period amounting in all to 182 days or more, That means what? The individual must stay in India for 182 days or more in a relevant previous year. In a previous year, he must stay more than half of the year. That means more than 182 days he must have stayed in India. Whether this is clear now? Yes, unmute yourself. Whether this is clear?
Yes, sir.
First basic
Yes,
condition.
sir.
First basic condition. What is the first basic condition? Can you tell me? The individual must stay in India in a relevant previous year for 182 days or more. That means minimum half year. Minimum half of the year he must have stayed in India. That is the first condition. Now you see second basic condition. Second basic condition or he has been in India for a period or periods aggregating to 365 days or more during the 4 year preceding the previous year and he is in India for a period or periods amounting in all to 60 days or more in the previous year. So what do you mean by this? Second basic condition, can you tell me now? Second basic condition, what it says is individual must stay in India for at least 365 days in total. 365 days in aggregate. Aggregate means what? 365 days in total. That is immediately after the previous year. So now suppose the assessment year, see now the assessment year is 2021. Let us assume assessment year is 2021. So what is the previous year for us? Can you tell me? Yes, Shavya, Suraksha, what is the previous year for us?
1920.
1920 is a previous year for us because 2021 is assessment year. So immediately the previous year, that is 2019-20, so that is the previous year. So now previous year we are not concerned. So immediately preceding the previous year means four previous year. So from 2018, that is 1920, right? So go backwards 4 year. Go backwards 4 year. What are those years? 18, 19. 18, 19,
1819,
next
1718,
17, 18, then
1718,
17,
16,
18,
17,
16, 17, and 15, 16.
15,
So
16.
in these 4 year, individual must stay for 365 days in aggregate. 365 days in aggregate means 365 days total. Suppose in 2015-16 he stayed for 100 days. Okay, that is fine. In 2016-17, 50 days, and then 17-18 again 150 days. So total must be 365 or more than that in last 4 year preceding the previous year. So that is the meaning of this. Then after that, after satisfying that condition, SSE should stay in previous year 60 days. SSE should stay in previous year. That is, in 1920 he must have stayed for 60 days or more, and in four previous year, immediately preceding the previous year, 4 year, he must have stayed for 365 days. So that is the meaning of this one. Whether you have understood now second basic condition,
Yes, sir.
any doubt regarding the first basic condition and second basic condition?
No, sir.
No doubt, Shravya, whether there is any doubt?
No, sir.
No doubt. So now it is very clear. First basic condition is individual must have stayed for at least 182 days or more in the previous year. Second condition is individual must have stayed for 365 days in aggregate in the 4 year immediately preceding the previous year and must have stayed in India in a previous year for 60 days or more. So now if anyone, so now you know two basic conditions. If any one of the basic conditions are satisfied, then SSE is treated as, then individual is treated as resident. Then individual is treated as resident. So that is the meaning of this. Any one of the two condition, individual must satisfy. Then SSE is treated as resident. Now, next, the stay in India need not to be continuous. That's what I told. So it need not to be continuous. That means what? What do you mean by it need not to be continuous? So he may come to India for certain days. Like 100 days he came to India. in a previous year. Then again he went for some work, so he went to abroad. Then again he returned after some days. So stay need not to be continuous, but the basic condition must satisfy. That is the thing here. Stay need not to be continuous. Exception. So exception in the case of individual. So what do you mean by exception in the case of individual? What are the exceptions are there for basic condition for individual? Can you tell me if you know? What is the exceptions are there for basic condition of individual? Can you tell me? Suraksha, can you tell me?
Sir, like what? How exceptions in what ways?
Exception for basic condition means so he must satisfy first condition. What is the first condition here? What is the first condition?
Uh, he should live in that specific country for the period of 82 days.
182 days. Specific country means in India. In India.
In India.
Yes. So 182 days he must fulfill that condition. That is meant by exception. Exception means for him no option. No option is given. So now what is the rule? Any one of the two condition, right? That is a rule. But there are certain cases in which only one condition he must fulfill. That is first condition itself. 182 days or more. So what are those cases? Do you know anything about that? Any idea? What are those cases?
Maybe
Hmm?
if some professionals are got transferred, maybe in that cases.
Professionals got transferred. Yes, somewhere around, correct. See, now the person leaving India for the purpose of employment. See now, exception, first one, being a citizen of India who leaves India for the purpose of employment abroad, but not for studies. Not for the study purpose, only for the employment purpose. Suppose one person who leaves India, then what happens? Or who leaves India as a member of a crew of Indian ship. So there are two conditions. So there are two exceptions. First thing is what? First thing is he leaves India for employment purpose, or he leaves India as a crew of Indian ship. So crew of Indian ship. See this two condition. So he must have stayed for 182 days instead of 60 days under condition B. So what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? Can you tell me?
Like in the second condition, he had to stay for 182 days
Second
in the
condition.
previous year.
Yes. So that means what? That means I will tell you now. See this.
Instead of that, he can.
Yeah, that means exception means this one. This condition is not applied. See this, whether this is visible, right? So now B, he has been in India for a period of 365 days. This condition is not there for exception. Only one condition for them. That is, he has to fulfill this condition, or else that person becomes non-resident. That person becomes non-resident. Who and all become non-resident here? Who and all will become non-resident here? If we fail to satisfy first basic condition only instead of second basic condition. Who and all? Person leaving India for the purpose of employment abroad,
Yes.
or person who is a member of crew of, yeah,
Employment.
Indian ship. So there are two people. Yes. So now you see he must have stayed for 182 days instead of 60 days under condition B. That is first exception. Second one, being a citizen of India or foreign national of Indian origin. Being a citizen of India or foreign national of Indian origin is outside India, visits India in the previous year. He must have stayed for 182 days instead of 60 days under condition B. What do you mean by this? Anyone? Shravya? Yes, Suraksha. Answer.
Like he is a citizen of India
Hmm. Hmm. Yes.
and he stays outside India. And if he
Foreign
visits
national
India
of
for the
Indian
previous
origin means
year,
what? He is born in India. He is born in India, but then afterwards they are living in some other country. Foreign national of Indian origin, or their parents are from India, or their parents or grandparents are from India.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is the meaning of foreign national of Indian origin. In that case, what happens? Such person comes to India in a previous year. He must have stayed for 182 days instead of 365 days and 60
60
days in the
days.
previous year. So that is very important. So two exceptions are there. Now we know the two exceptions. See now, foreign national of Indian origin means that is either of his parent or any of his grandparents was born in undivided India. What do you mean by undivided India? What do you mean by undivided India? Yes, Shravya. Shravya is whether she is there. Undivided India means what, Suraksha?
It's like irrespective of state.
No, here undivided India means before independence. Here, undivided India means before independence. So, when we got our independence, 1947. Before that, Pakistan and India were same, right? Before independence, I am talking,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? Correct, right? So that is
Yes, sir.
undivided India. So suppose your grandparents were born in undivided India, then what happens? Then you are living in some other country because you are foreign national of Indian origin. Then you come back to India. In that case, you must have stayed for 182 days instead of 365 plus 60 days. So that is the meaning. So see this now, foreign national. So now we have discussed, see, now we have discussed again we are going to see now residential status. Under residential status two types, resident and non-resident. Then under resident again two types, ordinary resident and not ordinary resident. Then we know who is the individual person who stayed in India in a previous year at least for 182 days or more, or he has been in India for aggregating of 365 days or more in 4 years preceding previous year, and is in India for a period or periods amounting in all for 60 days or more in the previous year. Then we saw exception in the case of individual, that is suppose person leaves India for the purpose of study, not for studies, for the purpose of employment and not for studies, or he is a member of Indian ship. In that case he must satisfy first condition and not the second condition. What is a common rule? Any one of the two condition, but in this exception he has to satisfy only one condition, that is the first condition. Then what is the second one? Suppose foreign national of Indian origin, again he has to satisfy only the first condition and not the second condition. So that is the meaning of basic condition under section 6 clause 1. So now any doubt? Anuj,
Yes, sir.
Anuj, where you went?
Charge empty, sir. I kept now for charge.
Anuj went and we have discussed one topic. Huh? So whether Shravya,
Charge got over.
charge got over. Whether Shravya is there, can you unmute Shravya?
Yes, sir.
Shravya.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Where were you?
Yes, sir.
Are you there?
Uh, yeah, sir. Like network issues, sir.
Network issue. Yes. So now have you understood the basic
Yeah,
condition?
sir.
Basic condition, two condition.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you tell me the basic condition
One
now?
is
Hmm.
yeah, like he should have stayed at least for 182 days
Hmm.
in the previous year,
Yes.
and one more is
Hmm.
um, in 4 years he should have stayed at least for 365 days,
Hmm.
and
That 4
like
years
for the
from
previous
when?
60 days,
Yeah.
like
4 years from when? Immediately
previous
preceding the previous year.
previous year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. Then 60 days in the previous year. 60 days in the previous year. And what do you mean by preceding? Preceding means what? Suppose 2018-19 is your previous year. What is the preceding year for us? Then
17, 18.
yes, like that. Like that you need to go for 4 more years. So that is the condition. Then can you tell me the exception? Exception? Exception to the basic condition?
Exception is he is being an employment and employer and crew member.
Yeah.
In that case, he has to satisfy the
Yes.
first case, like living for 182 days.
182 days. Correct. Yes. Then second one, second exception.
The foreign something.
Yes. Second is foreign national of Indian origin. That means what? Undivided India. Suppose your parents or grandparents lived or born in undivided India and now you are living in some other country. And if you wish to come back to India, then you must have stayed for 182 days instead of 365 plus 60 days. First condition only. Yes. So Anuj, have you understood now?
Yes, sir.
What you understood? What you understood? Hmm?
The person
Huh.
should be in India for 180
180?
something. 182
Not
days.
something. See, something can't work here. Exactly. You need to be precise.
182 days. 180 days.
182 days in the previous year.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then,
Then he should be an employee
uh, no, no, that is not
or
there.
a crew member.
First, you tell me the basic condition. Now, I will show the basic condition. Again, see this condition. He has been there in India in a year or for a period or periods amounting in all for 182 days or more. That is the first basic condition. This is the second one.
Yes.
See, he has been there in India for a period or period aggregating for 365 days or more during the 4 year preceding the previous year and is in India for a period or period amounting in all 260 days or more in the previous year. Yes. So these two basic conditions, out of this, any one individual must satisfy. So now we are talking about residential status of individual SSE. So if he satisfies any one of the basic two conditions, he is said to be a resident. He is said to be a resident. If he fails to satisfy both the conditions, then what he becomes? Individual becomes what? If he fails to satisfy both the condition,
Incident.
non-resident. Then he becomes
Resident,
non-resident. That means person who has not lived in India at all. That means he have lived, but he has lived less than 182 days.
yes, sir.
Yes. So that is about basic condition. Then exception, yes, exception we discussed. Suppose person goes abroad for the purpose of employment and person who is a member of Indianship. In that case, what happens? In that case, he must satisfy this condition itself, first condition itself. Then there is no option. Then there is no option for him. Any one of the two condition is not possible. Understood? Only one condition he must satisfy then. That is meant by exception. Have you understood now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we'll move on to non-resident. Now we are move on to non-resident. See now, visit before that again visit for foreign or visit for India. See, this is a visit to meet India, maybe business or to meet relative or for pleasure trip. So anything. So for that reason we should have taken we should take 182 days. Now next thing is non-resident. If individual fails to satisfy any one of the two conditions stated under section 6 clause 1, he is said to be a non-resident. What is section 6 clause 1? This itself. Basic condition. These two basic condition comes under section 6 clause 1. If he fails to satisfy, he becomes non-resident. Now we need to discuss about additional condition. So now we know the basic condition. First two under section 6 clause 1 is basic condition. Now section 6 clause 6. Section 6 clause 6 additional condition. So what and all additional condition we are having, that we need to see. Now we are going to discuss additional condition. See this, resident and ordinarily resident. If an individual satisfies any one of the basic conditions specified under section 6 clause 1 and both the condition stated under section 6 clause 6, then he is considered as resident and ordinarily resident. So what are those additional conditions? First condition, you see, he has been resident in India in at least 2 out of 10 previous year immediately preceding the relevant previous year. First thing, have you understood the first thing now? First thing, have you understood? Anuj? Anuj?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Have you understood the first this one additional condition?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, can you explain me now? Suraksha, can you
Yes,
explain
sir.
me the first additional
Uh,
condition?
like if he has been a resident of India,
Hmm.
he should have stayed for 2 years in previous in like before 10 years. He should have been lived for 2 years in India.
See, here they have said 2 out of 10 previous year. Immediately preceding the previous year. Again, we need to take the example. Again, we need to take the example. Suppose our previous year is 2018-19. Previous year is 2018-19. Then immediately preceding 10 previous year. So immediately preceding 10 years of previous year means what? 2018-19 is our previous year.
Maybe
Immediately
from
preceding.
2005.
So from 2009-10, so from 2008-9, sorry, from 2008-9 till 2017-18, isn't it?
17, 18.
Yes. So there are 10 year immediately
Yes.
preceding the previous year. So during this period, 2007-8 to 2017-18, during this period, at least for 2 years, he must have been a resident. So here resident means what condition he should satisfy? To become a resident, he should satisfy basic condition, isn't it? 182
He
days.
should.
Yes, 182
Yes.
days he
Yes.
should satisfy. That means in the last 10 years, at least for 2 years, he should have stayed in India for more than 182 days. Isn't it? That is the meaning of this.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So any doubt you can ask now. If there is any confusion, you can ask. Confusion? Anuj?
No, sir.
Suraksha knows confusion. Anuj? Anuj is there or not? Yes. So now it is first the additional condition we have seen. Now second one. And he has been in India for a period of at least 730 days during the 7 year immediately preceding the previous year. That means what? Again, 2 years out of last 10 previous year, or else 730 days during 7 year immediately preceding the previous year. So 730 days means what? Can you tell me? 730 days means
2 years.
yes, 2 years. So that is also equivalent to 2 year. So out of last 7 year, 730 days, or out of last 10 year, 2 years resident. So either both should satisfy, not either, here both should satisfy. See, I will tell you how first section 6 clause 1, if you see, section 6 clause 1, if you see, here there is or, here there is or. Why there is or? Any one of the two conditions. But section 6 clause 6, if you see carefully, here there is and. What do you mean by and or? What is the difference between and or?
Or is either first or second condition.
Yes. But under section 6 clause 6,
And when it comes to and, it has to satisfy both the
both the
conditions.
condition. Yes, correct. So here individual must satisfy both the condition. What is that? Both the additional condition under section 6 clause 6, this one. He has been resident in India in at least 2 out of 10 previous year, immediately preceding the relevant previous year. And he has been there in India for a period of at least 730 days during 7 years, immediately preceding the relevant previous year. So if individual satisfies, now I will ask you one question. If individual satisfies any one of the basic condition and he satisfies both the additional condition, then he is treated as what? Then he is treated as what?
Resident.
No. How he is treated as resident?
Like he satisfies first two basic conditions. No?
Yes, correct. If he satisfies first two condition, resident. But what I have asked, he satisfies any one of the two basic condition and both the additional condition. Then he is treated as what?
Ordinarily resident.
Then he is treated as resident and ordinarily resident. Then you should write how? Resident and ordinarily resident. Because while calculation of number of days in a previous year, that sum is there. Some calculation problems are there for 4 marks. While solving the problem, you will understand. So now this is theory part, right? So now it is very confusing. While solving the problem, it will be more easy to understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So no doubts, right, in this additional condition?
No, sir.
No doubt.
No, sir.
Yes. So if there is any doubt, you can ask now itself. Any doubt regarding basic condition and additional condition? No, right? Shravya, Suraksha?
No, sir. No, sir.
No. So now what we are going to see is resident and not ordinarily resident. So to call an individual as a resident and not ordinary resident, what he has to do? Can you tell me? Without seeing the rule itself, you can tell. To call individual as resident and not ordinary resident, what he has to
Sir,
do?
I didn't get the question.
To call individual as a resident and not ordinarily resident, what individual must do?
And if fails to satisfy the basic condition, he will
If
be
he fails to
he will
satisfy
not be a
basic
resident
condition,
of
then he
India.
becomes non-resident. Isn't it? If he fails to satisfy
Yes,
both the basic condition, he becomes non-resident. But I want resident and not ordinary resident. For that, what is the rule?
like if he does not satisfy both basic and like the rules in 6 clause 6, then he becomes both like non-resident as well as not ordinary resident.
Yes, that is correct. Resident and not ordinarily resident. How now? First, I want resident, then not ordinary resident. Because in some calculation, it comes resident and not ordinary resident. See, for resident and not ordinary resident, I will tell you how. First, he should satisfy any one of the two basic condition. First, he should satisfy any one of the two basic condition. Then he will become resident. Then he should not satisfy. He should not satisfy any one of the two additional condition. Any one of the two additional condition, he becomes resident and not ordinary resident. Whether this is clear?
Sir, I didn't get.
See, first thing we want to know is how individual is called as a resident. How individual is called as a resident? Suppose he has to satisfy any one of the two conditions, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now we want resident and not ordinary resident. How to get resident and not ordinary resident? Additional condition he should not satisfy. then only he will become not ordinary resident, or else he become ordinary resident, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is what I am telling. See, now I will tell you. Resident and ordinal, not ordinal resident, in addition to fulfilling any one of the basic condition specified under section 6 clause 1, if individual fails to satisfy both the conditions, see this very important. If individual fails to satisfy both the condition given under section 6 clause 6, so 6 clause 6 means additional condition. He becomes not ordinarily resident. He becomes not ordinary resident or NOR. Or in other word, what you can say, a NOR is a person who satisfies any one of the basic condition, but has not non-resident in India, but has been non-resident in India for 9 out of 10 years preceding the previous year, or he has stayed in India for a period not exceeding 729 days during the 7 year preceding the previous year. See this, here there is a or. Here there is a or. So now, can you tell me whether you got this point now?
Yes, sir.
So how you tell me now?
Like if he has to satisfy any one of the basic condition,
Yes.
and he fails to satisfy the additional conditions, like he has not lived for 2 years in preceding 10 years,
Yes.
or 2 years in preceding 7 years.
Yes. Correct. So in that case, person becomes resident and not ordinarily resident. So see this, resident and not ordinary resident. Yes. So next class we are going to discuss about Hindu undivided family. Section 6 clause 2. Then there is a firm and association. Then there is companies. Then afterwards problems. So now in this class we discussed about residential status of individual SSE only. So very important. This question comes for 8 mark theory question. If you see past papers, past question paper, 8 mark theory questions, this question comes. Explain the residential status of individual SSE. So for that question, what is the answer? Can you tell me what is the answer you are going to write?
Basic conditions,
Yes, basic conditions,
additional
exception and
conditions,
additional condition. Basic
additional
condition, exception and additional condition.
exceptions.
Yes, and you need to state who is a resident, who is NOR and who is NR. NR means person who has not there in
Yes, sir.
India at all in the previous year. That means less than 182 days. NOR means fails to satisfy both additional condition. R means first any one of the two condition if he satisfies. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now I will stop the recording.